Assalamu alaikum students. Today's lecture is about anaerobic respiration. As in previous lecture we studied about aerobic respiration, so today we are going to discuss its second type of respiration, that is anaerobic respiration. As we learned in the previous chapter that anaerobic respiration takes place in the absence of free oxygen, which means that it does not require free oxygen for it to take place. In this process, glucose molecule is not completely broken down, rather it is incompletely broken down into different products. And in this process, less amount of energy is released, that is 2 ATP per glucose molecules. The end products of this anaerobic respiration could be ethyl alcohol or lactic acid, carbon dioxide, and small amount of energy. This process takes place in cytoplasm, and this type of respiration occurs in lower organisms, for example bacteria and yeast. So now we are going to talk about the types of anaerobic respiration. So there are two types of anaerobic respiration, that is lactic acid fermentation and alcoholic fermentation, and it is based on the end product which is formed during this process. This anaerobic respiration is also known as fermentation. That is why lactic acid fermentation and alcoholic fermentation are both its types. Firstly, we will talk about lactic acid fermentation. So during this process, the glucose is uncompletely broken down and lactic acid is formed. This type of fermentation takes place in our skeletal muscles, in humans and in animals due to extreme physical activity. This type of fermentation also takes place in bacteria, and the end product of this type of fermentation is lactic acid. As we can see in this equation that two pyruvic acid molecules, they break down to form two lactic acid molecules, and in this process NADH is converted into NAD. Second type of fermentation is alcoholic fermentation, which occurs in bacteria and yeast, that is lower organisms. The end product is alcohol, that is ethyl alcohol, carbon dioxide, and small amount of energy. In this process, we see that this process is occurring in glucose, and glucose is being converted into ethyl alcohol and carbon dioxide, and as a result, small amount of energy is released. Now, if we talk about the importance of anaerobic respiration or fermentation, firstly, it helps in assisting aerobic respiration, which means that in case of extreme physical activities, when aerobic respiration is not enough to provide us energy, then anaerobic respiration helps us, and it occurs in the muscles during extreme physical activity or during exercise. Secondly, it is the origin of anaerobes, which means that the places where oxygen is not produced or present, anaerobes are formed. It is a source of energy or source of respiration for anaerobes. Range of habitats means that it provides a wide variety of habitats for living organisms, which means that the places or the habitats where oxygen is not present freely, then organisms can also live and reproduce there with the help of anaerobic respiration. Secondly, many important fermentation products are produced due to this process, which is cheese, yogurt, etc. Anaerobes in our digestive system, they break down the food and help to increase absorption, and it always allows the glycolysis to continue. Now, if we talk about the properties of fermented foods or the advantages which fermentation produces, is it enhances the preservation, it enhances the nutritional value, it enhances functionality, organoleptic properties, and it increases the economic value of food. Now further we will discuss the difference between photosynthesis and respiration, which is the last topic for this chapter, bioenergetics. So, talking about photosynthesis versus cellular respiration, photosynthesis is an anabolic process which synthesizes complex organic compounds, while cellular respiration is a catabolic process in which the food is broken down. The photosynthesis is found only in the chlorophyll cells, while respiration is found in all the cells on the earth. Photosynthesis takes place in the presence of light, while respiration can take place in both light and dark. In photosynthesis, light reaction, dark reaction, and photolysis, these are the three steps for photosynthesis, while for respiration, glycolysis, citric acid cycle, and electron transport chain are the three steps. In case of photosynthesis, carbon dioxide and water are utilized and oxygen is released, while in case of respiration, oxygen is utilized and carbon dioxide and water are released. In case of photosynthesis, chemical energy is stored, while in case of respiration, as we learned, that ATP is produced. Dry weight of plant is increased in case of photosynthesis because it is anabolic process, while the dry weight of organisms is decreased in case of respiration because it is a catabolic reaction. Light energy is converted into potential energy, that is ATP, while in case of respiration, potential energy is converted into kinetic energy. That's all for today's lecture. Thank you.